It's
Hello, everyone. Hi. How you doing? Happy day after Thanksgiving Day.
Happy Black Friday. I should have worn black. We should have worn black everything.
Yes, black everything.
Black trench coats.
Yeah, put the black curtain up.
Yeah.
So, how's it going today, guys? How's it been?
How's it been?
So I quickly put something out here and it just said, we are human. And the reason why I'm saying that is primarily because it has, oh my gosh, private joke.
Yeah.
It has the
Carolyn.
Okay, I'm gonna say words now, and they're gonna come out of my face.
You think you're smart because you know words.
I do know words. I know words. Let me start again. Let's all take a nice deep breath. Yeah, I can get into that.
It
I
feels
can get
better.
into that breathing thing.
Yeah, it feels better.
It does feel better.
Taking a breath for all the Black Friday shopping.
The Black Friday shopping. That's right.
The Black Friday shoppers.
Mm-hmm. Sending love to all the Black Friday shoppers today.
Yeah. Get your elbow pads on.
Yes. So.
Just kidding.
I was just replaying your live from yesterday. Glad to see you guys live today. Thanks.
Yay.
So, baby, I'm going to come see you on Sunday. If you guys want to hook up with Carolyn, put in the comments the link to your event for your Sunday refill. We get our love buckets filled up on Sundays with Carolyn. So definitely check that out. There's just been, so whenever I get stuck on something and I'm having a hard time, I have to go really general. And this is the Abraham principle. I go really general. I take a 10,000 foot view of the thing. And Todd's really good at helping me with that too. Yeah. Because sometimes we can get really trapped in the details and get hung up and caught up on the little things. And the most important thing is our happiness and our joy and our sovereignty and our connection and alignment. And if you're like me and you get out of alignment from time to time because you get too stuck in the details of things, a good thing to help pop us out of that is going really general. And this is how I do it. I say, okay, I'm human. Okay, that is a true statement. Probably I'm human.
We can go along with that.
Yeah. Follow that thread. I'm human. I like feeling good. And when I feel good, I feel better. And I like feeling better. And I enjoy the process of feeling better. And I like knowing that even though I might feel this way now, that there's better things on their way to me, that good things are coming. That as I get more connected to how I feel better and better things are happening, and so I pull off, I go outside of the problem because we can't solve that problem while we're in it and in the emotion of it and in the turmoil of it and the struggle of it. We have to pull away from it from time to time and say, what really is happening? And this is one of those things you can do with your clients too. When you notice them going deep down the road in the detail of their story. Our story is important, but it's not the only thing that's important. And so when you are working with somebody helping them pull back and work in that direction will be really helpful.
And if you're just joining us, that is Carolyn's link to her Sunday group for Course in Miracles, which we highly recommend that you check out. It is so good.
And I know that just looks like kind of gobbledygook there, but if you go into the comments, you'll be able to see the link and just click on it.
Right. Yeah, going general helps. Yeah, I mean, Abraham teaches that too. You know, if something feels too hard to go specific, if it starts to not feel good, well, then your vibration is not ready to get that specific. So go general and see if going general feels better, especially with clients. You know, if digging into something it feels like it's too hard to move for them by the types of questions you're asked, then start going general with your questions. You know, and I'll just back up and just say things like, so what's the dealio? You know, how you feeling? You know, what's going on? You know, instead of tell me your soul desire, you know, which we might not have perfect clarity on, you know, saying, hey, what happened? You know,
right.
Yeah, it can totally be general. I mean, if it feels lighter to you, it'll feel lighter to them. So that's a good approach with clients. You know, just go general, You know, it's okay to, you know, get some fresh air, right? You ever hear that in the movies? I'm going to grab some fresh air. Well, that's going general, right? It's an act of going general to, I'm like, when I was a kid, I'm like, really? I mean, is the air that much better? What's the deal? But it's an expression to, yes, get fresh air, but also to, but to go general and to chill out a little bit and get out of whatever stuffy indoor situation that person was probably just in prior.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I would also say that when you do take a step away from whatever the situation might be, and you talk to somebody who's kind-hearted and wants for your happiness and is very unconditionally loving with you,
so
and has no expectations.
And no expectations. So whenever you talk to Carolyn, in other words.
Yes, when you talk to Carolyn, that's what you're going to get. Right. Who is also a graduate of Schaefer Institute of Hypnosis.
Hey.
Hey. And so what I found, usually when I was kind of first doing some developmental stuff with myself and my own triggers and issues, I had kind of been taught just to sit in it, just to sit in the shit. But not, it wasn't the way I'm going to talk about it. It's not a good thing. It's actually was a very, it was very abusive in a way, because what I was doing was I was keeping myself stuck in one mindset and paradigm. And I was sitting in while someone was berating me or making me wrong or telling me, and I'm just sitting there taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it. And to the point where I would dissociate. And so I would just in dissociation, the psychological term is just kind of getting out of your head. You're not paying attention. You look like you're there, but you're not. And spiritually speaking, with dissociation is like your soul leaves your body. Like the lights are on, but no one's home, you know? And so, and that was my defense mechanism. That was a great way for me. That was a helpful way at certain points in my life for self-preservation. But what it caused me to do now, and when I'm with a really great therapist like Susan, who's a friend of ours who pops on here from time to time, she's one of our coaches. She'll like go, where did you just go? You know, and I'm like, I did not want to deal with that thing. Carolyn talks about it in another way. And she says, wow, my ego really wanted to space me out on that thing, or doesn't want me to communicate that situation, because if I do, it knows it's a bit threatened. So my goal has been, okay, how can I not dissociate, pull myself together, stay present and walk away, so that I no longer feel that like I have to sit in the situation where I'm being talked down to or berated or
That
told I'm
sounds like
bad,
a-
I'm wrong.
Sounds like a familiar pattern
Yeah.
from childhood.
Right.
Yeah, and let's face it. I mean, you could probably guess and surmise that sitting in your shit stinks.
And you're all up in your diapers.
Not a great place to be. I mean, think of the last time you used a porta potty. And back in the day, they weren't as clean and hygienic as they are these days. And they didn't have all the special sanitation methods and the foamy soaps and the air fresheners. Back in the day, you really needed it if you wanted to use it. Back in the 80s or whatever.
The 80s porta potties have come a long way.
They have, yeah. People were really creative in there.
If you're just tuning in,
we're talking about porta potties in the 80s and how
because it's unscripted and we'll do whatever we want.
Yeah, that's the offshoot humor, but the purpose is sitting in your shit stinks. And and I think the translation there, the positive translation is be present when your stuff comes up, allow it to be felt, allow it to be breathed through, which is not to be confused with staying in a toxic situation. If you're in behavior or if someone else is in behavior and you're just going downhill, step away for a few minutes. That would be a healthier thing to do.
It's so good. I mean, that one there. I was so afraid of my anxiety. It was like, I was so afraid of my anxiety. I was so afraid of my fear. I was so afraid because I didn't like how it felt when it came up. So I'm going to try to avoid it at all costs.
No wonder we attracted, because I had the same problem with the amount of fear and anxiety with certain things.
Yeah. It's like
there's so much fear protecting the fear,
right.
It's like there's the safety the protecting behavior of creating safety around whatever wound that we're afraid of, and it's just like layer on top of layer of protection. And then we get to unravel that with the presence process, and you find out how deeply
down it goes,
how far it goes. And it
can be pretty far.
It can be. It's farther than you think.
And so we think, okay, well, we can transform a lot of this with one loving thought. Sure. And we also need to stay diligent on top of that and be like, okay, well, what's my next loving thought? However, if we just try to, think loving thoughts, but don't actually get to the core, it's rough, because we're not really transforming the fear, the pain, or the worry, or the conflict, or the anxiety, or whatever might be going on. And Gigi is checking in.
Gigi's checking in. She checking in.
So what does it mean to really dive in? What does it mean for you when you first started going, okay, I'm facing this stuff?
Well, there's usually two instances when we decide to do something big, and that is either we feel great enough about it or we feel shitty enough about it.
Right.
Like it's unavoidable, and it's like, oh, I just have to do this. So, facing it looks like, for me, it's looked like telling the truth to someone I trust. Even before it was real love, it was just, whatever feels natural to do in that sense, to get seen around it. Let yourself have a release about it, cry, whatever it is. Definitely breathing is, for me, it's been one of the best tools to use to navigate feeling deep things and whatnot, or old wounds. I think that's the most efficient thing to do, is the breathing. What else have I done to address that? Was that the question? A distraction, watching like movies, TV, never underestimate the power of distraction.
Right.
Because it helps you to not think while you get to breathe on things. And last night I was doing a lot of breathing, and I was watching some stuff, just slow, deep breathing on things, and that shifted some things for me. Another thing is going outside, taking a walk. That's always fun for me. Nature is really, really powerful, even if it's your backyard, even if you're tending to your garden, and maybe you have a whole lot of mint overtaking your backyard, for example, a lot of herbs to tend to, that can be fun. And
Right.
you just play in the dirt, especially if you're an earth sign, walk around outside. That can be very healing, or get in the water, hot tub, pool,
Hot tub.
Let yourself, for NFs, especially feelers, a physical experience can help be very grounding for us too, to get ourselves kind of grounded. And I will comment and say that, I think it's human nature to start with thoughts first, and to try to force the vibration with thoughts. And that's normal. And it's also, we kind of find out right away the game that the mind's playing. Are we really letting ourselves move into that vibration, or are we resisting it at some level, right? Or are we just putting gold glitter on something, saying that we're doing it mentally, but we're not really doing it vibrationally? So we got to be honest with ourselves and about, you can only affirm and make affirmations so much, and to find out, whether or not you're pulling yourself into a direction that you're not really willing to go,
Right.
for example.
Yeah.
So that's when I say try something else, change the scenery. That's what with my anxiety from a very young age, when I was 17 years old, changing the scenery was always recommended when you're feeling anxiety, because when you don't know what to do and you don't have any tools for addressing things, new stimuli helps the mind to disconnect from whatever program it's kind of running, or augment it. So at minimum, change the scenery.
Just change it.
Go outside and to get on a phone call with someone that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So
like Kenny Jaworski.
Like Kenny Jaworski. Hey, you're on. Hey, you're on.
Yeah. Todd will take a walk with Kenny in the desert on the phone.
I've been taking walks and chatting on the phone with Kenny lately. Yeah. Kenny and I go way back. So
way
so you know.
Yeah. For me, it was getting away from it in a resourceful way. So with neurolinguistic programming, NLP and NLP hypnosis, which is some of what we teach in our clinical hypnotherapy training and certification. The thing that transformed my anxiety was learning how to represent it differently in my mind and in my body. And because I had felt like I was kind of overtaken by it so much that, I felt like, okay, it was always here in my chest, in my throat. Then I would get lightheaded. Then I would pass out because I would be breathing and hyperventilating a lot of times. And so I needed to know that there was another way of doing this. And you would think, well, just slow your breath. Well, that was something I'd never been taught before. They said, no, just take this pill, or just take this inhaler, or just take this thing, or just do this thing. But they never actually addressed what was happening. And Todd, when we had our clinic, he would often say to his clients, we want to pull this problem at its root. We want to pull it out. We don't want to give it a haircut. We don't want to give it just a lawn trim. We want to pull it out by the root. And to get to the root of things takes time, and it takes questioning and answering and getting clarity and doing the hard part, which is that sitting in that anxiety for longer than a moment without letting it get too big or even necessarily try to manage it at all. just be with the feeling. And when I noticed the more that I was with the feeling of the discomfort of it, I got really comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I just let myself feel that discomfort and go, okay, here we are, and then then I taught myself how to be objective and step outside of the anxiety and become the witness to the anxiety instead of the victim to the anxiety.
Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? That's all I know from that song.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally agree. And that, that's the crux of the presence process, is really learning how to be unconditional and with whatever it is that you're feeling, and doing a specific type of breathing. And remember, when you allow yourself to sit with any feeling and breathe through it without trying to understand it, fix it, change it, alter it in any way, you are practicing unconditional love. So it's very powerful because you're accepting all conditions. And without doing, like, reading the book, it's harder to do it without understanding how and why before you get into it.
The concept is there.
But the general concept is there. Yeah. So very powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And
she just says, yes, feel the discomfort and acknowledge it. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. We got it.
I mean, what's the alternative? It's any kind of behavior when we feel discomfort, running, attacking, clinging, lying, acting like a victim.
I woke up this morning.
Usually running.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I had a twinge of anxiety. And there's usually a couple of reasons why I have anxiety. Either I have anxiety because the world is having anxiety. I know that seems like, oh God, are you really going to go down that road, Kira? But yeah, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, Black Friday, forgot. There might be some people feeling anxiety, around me or here or, or whatever. And our consciousness can feel out 3 miles ahead of us. And this is really very interesting. You can, without consciously being able to sense, we can sense 3 miles around us. So if you live in an area that is got a lot of stuff going on in it, you might be picking up some of those vibes. And that's not like hibbity jibbity metaphysical stuff. It's scientifically based and backed. So when you get or pick up feelings and you feel things and you're like, wait a minute, is that even me? Is that even my stuff? And it's like, nope, it might not even be your stuff. So it's like, what I do in those situations is I say, this is not me. And I send it back to where it belongs. So I just do a conscious effort to just be like, okay, I feel feelings. Is it me? Check in, see if it's you or not. And then say, if it's not you and it's not something you need to work on, say, I send this back to whomever it belongs to. And that's one way. Another way is like, putting up your protection bubble. You can do that kind of stuff too. All of those are mechanisms within our ability to kind of just take care of ourselves and do some energetic cleanup. Because we do have these really powerful transmission devices, right? And discerning devices. These are physical bodies, our human selves, that can get a sense of things in the world around us. So use it to your advantage instead of the disadvantage, which I see a lot of people who have, started to learn what it's like to be an empath. I'm kind of speaking to this as being some solutions to that, if that makes sense. Marianne says, hello.
Hey, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. Yay. So glad you're here.
Good stuff. Yeah, powerful stuff. A lot of empaths out there. Probably everybody on this Zoom is an empath, I imagine. And more people tuning into their feelings and becoming empaths without even knowing it, and looking for explanations. Why am I feeling all this? What am I feeling? You know, and it's always good to encourage it as opposed to medicating it.
Yeah.
I mean,
If possible.
if possible.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have any questions or comments?
Or thoughts or feelings.
Thoughts, feelings, questions, comments.
How did yesterday go for you?
How was yesterday? Yesterday's video was a lot about family. Our live yesterday was a lot about. It ended up being about.
It ended up being a family, boundaries. Yeah.
How to join. How
Yeah.
to join with people. What kinds of joining experiences did you have yesterday? You know, did you have fun? Did you not? Did you get full? Did you play football? Did you throw up after playing football?
Oh.
Hopefully not.
So Todd and I, we decided that we were going to do Thanksgiving at the last minute at about, what was it, 4:30, something like that.
Yeah.
4:30, 5 o'clock. So we have this little walkway through. We live very, very close to a grocery store, and we have this walkway that from our apartment, we can walk through the houses, and there's a nice little pathway.
Yeah.
And there's some really pretty trees, which we don't have a lot of trees in Arizona. And so there's some pretty Palo Verde trees, which are those like really pretty green trees, and they have the big yellow buds and stuff. And so we were walking through there, and the air was really very kind of crisp, and it was a very nice walk.
Good temperature.
Perfect temperature.
Yeah.
It was
for jackets.
Yeah, the grocery store was going to close at 5 o'clock. There was no one in the parking lot. We crossed the street to. I was never been a very adventuresome person. Crossing the little highway there feels very stressful to me sometimes because I'm like, oh, I don't know if a car is going to come out of nowhere. And we hold hands and walk across the street, and it was just so nice. And we went in and shopped and couldn't find cranberry sauce.
But they had plenty of everything else.
They had everything else.
And it was kind of cleared out. So
Yeah.
there wasn't much traffic there, but they had everything.
Yeah.
Like the shelves weren't empty,
Yeah.
Except for the cranberry sauce, which that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And it was very enjoyable and peaceful. And so then we walked back with our groceries and made our dinner, and it was very, very nice. It was very calming. It was probably one of the most calm Thanksgivings I've ever had. And it was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what our Thanksgiving was. And then afterwards he did some breathing and I did some TV watching and we snuggled with the dogs. Glad you had a good one, went to a big gathering. Oh, Kenny says, glad you had a good one, went to a big gathering, mostly strangers. Not bad. That's great. Good job.
Awesome possum.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a hard time with strangers sometimes. And then sometimes I have no problems with strangers. It just depends.
Yeah. Whatever you're in the mood for, whatever you feel drawn to.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I'm one of those introverts that I need people sometimes. So I'll go to I used to before the pandemic, really. I would go to the local pub and just go and sit and listen to people and do a little work and stuff like that. And just hear their conversations and not really paying attention to them. I just want to hear the activity or feel a sense of the activity.
Yeah.
It's usually like during the day. Nighttime gets a little bit hairy, but that kind of thing it's fun for me. Let's see, what does Gigi say? My 93-year-old mom and one daughter and I cooked. It was nice. Very good.
That sounds
Gigi.
very nice.
Yeah, that sounds very peaceful and comforting as well. Joining. What kind of conversations did you guys have? We had mentioned yesterday about kind of digging deeper into your conversations with your family members or friends or whatever, to just, go a little bit deeper. What did you have any experience of doing that at all? And if so, put in the comments. If not, that's okay. Just think about it. Let's see. What else? You have anything?
I was just marinating on how you were getting that FE and SE function fulfilled when you went out to do your thing there.
Oh, okay. So that's he's talking about Myers-Briggs of the driver, co-pilot,
the different cognitive functions for different types. And if you've watched any of our previous episodes where we've talked about Myers-Briggs, you have your different cognitive functions, and Kira got some of those functions fulfilled by going out and listening and observing and fulfilling those needs that we don't always fill, but in our normal day-to-day, but you made time for, and that created a nice fulfilling experience for you.
That's actually a good segue there. Let's see. What is Gigi says? Lots of laughter and stories that she shared with her family. And then Kenny said, talked about the Beatles. They had a big thing that was released yesterday. Cool. Very nice. Good. It's fun to dive deep in conversation with whatever it feels good to you to do. I think that's awesome. That getting needs met is probably a core thing that I think we all would benefit us all to take a look at and find out what those things are. There's, we talk about self-care and we make it very general and nebulous in a way. It's like, well, my self-care, I'm going to go get a pedicure and a manicure and I'm going to get my hair cut.
Mani-pedi.
But that might not be actually fulfilling your need, your core need. And every personality type has some core needs that if you fulfill those, then you're naturally going to become happier and healthier and more engaged and more balanced and that kind of thing. And
it was a game changer once I learned more about my MBTI. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it helped me release a lot of self-judgment too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for someone like, mani-pedis and anything generally relaxing is still self-care, and that counts, if because anything that calms you down, right? But if you know a little bit more about what your stack is and your type, then you can specifically kind of know what you need and when, and what to avoid and when. And that can be really, really helpful.
Man, but it's interesting. Everybody has a different perspective. Mani-pedis and haircuts, I don't feel good to me.
Well, it could be relaxing for some people and not for others.
Yeah.
Or massage, getting regular massages, say at a massage envy or something, might be fun for one person. Another person be like, oh, I don't want anybody touching me,
Yeah, right.
So,
it's not relaxing.
It depends on you personally, and it depends on your type too. I think that weighs in. Yeah.
Some people love roller coasters. Other people hate them. I do not like roller coasters. I like roller coasters if they didn't give me a concussion every time I seem to get on one.
I, on the other hand, love roller coasters.
Love roller coasters. So I have to get a chiropractic adjustment after.
Yeah, that's true. That happens.
So it's finding what makes you happy. And we talked about gratitude yesterday a little bit, and what makes us happy at the core is fundamental, especially as you move into the holidays, where we're going to maybe be buying more things or buying things for people or whatever. Finding out what really fulfills people. I love the 5 Love Languages book. You can pick that one up.
That's a wonderful start.
Yeah, that's a great one. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll put up
a link. The 5 Love Languages are really, Now you've turned the whole.
What? Oh, forgot.
Did you just see my craft
Arts
section?
and crafts. Yeah. Let me go
You
ahead.
just saw behind the curtain.
Yeah, we all have our arts and crafts section.
Right. But the five love languages are pretty straightforward, but you can take the test in the book. You can also look the test up online as well. And
Is that it? No. This
That's
one?
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can also take the test online.
You can take the test online, and it will help you know what is your primary love language. And the five are the following. Let me see if I can remember. Acts of service, quality time, physical touch, gift giving or receiving, and
Acts of service.
acts of service,
Acts of service, quality time.
words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Boom. And I would say my primary, at one time it was more physical touch. Now it's not so much that. I like receiving gifts. Actually, I like giving and receiving gifts, but probably primarily gift giving isn't quite as much. I like words of affirmation. Quality time has become more valuable to me. And all of them come with qualifiers, right?
Yeah. I think the five languages is a fantastic start. MBTI can get kind of technical.
Yeah.
But five love languages is fantastic to wrap your head around your needs, and what you generally like. And it's not just going to be one thing. It might be all five, and it just might be more different percentages in each thing. And same thing with anybody you may be in a relationship with, or friends and family, and just having some awareness of what you need or what other people need and how those needs might be fulfilled. It is a massive accomplishment in the category of self-care, which, let's face it, a lot of people don't even get that far in their lives. So
Yeah.
It's huge. It's a huge benefit to give yourself the gift of self-awareness and understanding what you need, and allowing yourself to have what you need when you need it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can at least start the process of opening up to what your real desires are, what your real needs are, and to get those filled up. Because the more you fill your love bucket, because these things do help with that, the more you're going to be able to give love, the less you're going to go into behavior, the less of an experience of feeling those, like I know I do when my love bucket is not full. I get more irritated. I become more reactionary. I feel more stressed. I feel off balance. I get more depressed, that kind of thing. So when you are getting your love bucket filled, you don't necessarily have to have a person to do it with you. You can do this on your own. And partnering with somebody can also be really good too. So acts of service are either you're doing it for someone else or they're doing it for you. So, that could be our givers in this world, our people who are charitable donators, our people who go out there and do canned food drives and all that stuff, and who want to give back to this world. And then we have those who are gift givers and who like receiving gifts or like to give them the gift themselves, that kind of thing. That can be really fun and enjoyable. Words of affirmation. And this again can be either giving or receiving. I know that if Todd and I are talking to each other and we're talking about how well we're doing or what a good job we did, or what he did that was really good and unique, or what I did that was really good and unique that he saw and noticed. It helps us both. And often I feel so full when I talk to our students or when I I tell them that they're doing a really good job and this is how they can improve this, but ultimately they are on the right track. I mean, that feels good to me. All of our authors, just watching them be like, wow, I can't believe that I wrote this chapter and I did it and I submitted it and now it's a book. And, all those kinds of things are really fun for me. Yeah. Physical touch, of course, is our hugs and our snuggles. And that could be with a pet or a stuffed animal even, or, whatever it might be. Or a boo hug.
Boo hug.
Or even looking at a boo hug.
Yeah.
What am I missing? Quality time. Quality time is our time we spent maybe with family yesterday. It was quality time for me and Todd just to walk to the grocery store. Because it's something we don't normally do. It's not our normal mode of operation.
But it was fun.
It was.
And it's
fun.
a very short walk.
Yeah.
And it was great temperature and a fun little walk through the tree covered walkway there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't have a lot of groceries to get.
Nice.
That's the other part of it. If you do a full grocery haul on a regular day kind of thing, that's heavy, and walking, a quarter mile with it's a workout. But we just needed a few things. So.
Yeah, we just got a turkey and some canned goods.
Yeah.
So, many hands make a light load. So we carried.
So naturally,
we shared the quick carrying.
We used all four hands.
We used all of our hands. All right. Kenny said, did you all encounter any of this outside energy yesterday? Yeah, I think today it was more. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think I did more than I realized.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because I was with anyone.
Yeah, I took a nap, which is a typical signifier of there being potentially heavy energy. So I tend to, that's the way I do it. And I was so happy when Abraham came out and said, Abraham Hicks said, just go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Reset. Wake up. That is how I do it. And I think that makes me a good hypnotherapist because I understand the power of the reset. That's right. So I did a reset. And then when I woke up, I was like, I want to do this and this and this. And then we just went for it, and there wasn't any resistance in me. But sometimes I have to have that reset. But yeah, I did feel some of that energy yesterday. And this morning it carried over to a tiny bit of anxiety this morning that I had to just say, is this mine? No, it's not. Send it back to where it belongs. It's not even me. And Gigi says, today is the reset day for me. Yay! Gigi. Very good. Did you have any more you wanted to say about that?
Sure. About the
whatever
the reset and Abraham definitely encourages us to take a nap and just a reset as opposed to doing any kind of battling with ourselves or fighting of any kind. And sometimes it is a nap that we need. Just like when you were young, kind of thing. So yeah, let yourself have that gift. Or just close your eyes for a few minutes and see if you're tired. You don't always know. And when you're awake, I'm speaking for myself, I really don't know until I chill out and make myself lay down or close my eyes and stop the mental chatter. Mm-hmm. And the resting helps. Taking a nap helps. It does reset.
Mm-hmm. Or distract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can be looking as though I'm intently watching TV, but I'm a million miles away. And I think that that's a part of the reset too.
You're so deep.
I am deep.
Yeah. Let me make you special in that.
Thank you, honey.
She just looks like she's watching a show, but she's
just
million miles away. You know, it's like
All over the planet.
Holy Spirit's kind of like working with her, and he's just leading her down the primrose path into right-mindedness.
Uh-huh. Inside joke.
Inside joke. Kenny will like that.
Kenny likes leading. Okay, well, what else? Is there anything else we want to chat about?
I'm happy to.
What would you like to chat about?
There it is, leading you down. I'll do a little MBTI presentation.
Okay. What's happening?
I was gonna do a whiteboard.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Picture in picture. Let's see.
I don't think that's how that works.
Shift 8. Let's see if this works.
No. What are you gonna write on? How are you gonna write on the whiteboard?
I thought it would show me a whiteboard on the screen.
It's you go to camera and mic, I think, or maybe share. Go back to click this guy. Here you go. We're just gonna figure out things.
Yeah.
Nope. Go to share. Click share. Let's see. Slides. Let's see. Nope.
Oh, I thought these were whiteboards.
What those are is that's a
Presentation.
picture in picture. So it would be actually showing another piece of the like the back.
So you'd almost have to share your own screen doing a whiteboard. Okay.
I think so. Maybe this camera mic.
It's not a big deal.
Green screen, guess. No.
It's okay. I was just curious.
We'll figure that out later when we're in
Not a big deal.
we have a test group, so we'll play in the test group later. Because StreamYard did create a lot of new functionality. So if you guys are, Gigi says just write backwards. That should be easy. Anyway, we'll get that all figured out later. Maybe we'll do some fun stuff.
Yeah, it was just a thought because I thought this was really quick and easy, but it's not. So that's okay. I could always just use this whiteboard back here.
Yeah. What were you wanting to share?
Well, I mean, it was not general, which is your theme today.
Okay.
But it was just cognitive functions and some playfulness about that. Yeah, but I think it would kind of be diving in a little bit.
Okay, maybe we'll do that another day.
Yeah.
So anyway, if there isn't anything else, we can move on, or you can give an overview of what you were going to say.
Well, given the amount of time that we have remaining, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So everybody, I see Gigi on here, and you might be out there on our, we have a private Facebook group that is just for our Schaefer Institute of Hypnosis students. So if you are in there now, let us know in the comments if you do happen to watch this. Do you want to learn more about MBTI? That's something that we haven't dove deeply into. Well, what's interesting is that all of our current students that are going to be taking our course are all INFJs.
Except Carolyn.
She's already taken the course. So all of our new students are INFJs. And it's enough for it to be like, wow.
It's a little eerie.
It is a little eerie.
Because INFJs are the rarest type, and yet that's who we've attracted.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's great.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Really. Yep. And Carolyn is an ENFP, right? Which is a complementary INF to an INFJ.
Yeah.
You guys are our, we love you. We love ENFPs.
They get along.
And ENFJs. Mm-hmm.
ENFPs and INFJs. Oh, okay.
Right? ENFP?
She's an ENFP. You said
an INFJ. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and ENFJs, I think, work really well together too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, INFJs in the ho.
INFJ's in the
House.
house.
I love you guys.
INFJ's in the house.
House.
I love you guys. We
We
love
you too.
We love you too. ENFP represent. Raise the roof.
The roof is raised.
She is the designated ENFP representative.
Yes.
For Schaefer Institute of Hypnosis because she's the only one.
Right.
But she's a good one.
She's a good one.
Kenny, INFP, blam.
Stacy's an ENFP. Cool. Good. Perfect. Yep. That's great, actually.
Represent in the house.
We are pretty sure we're doing all of this just for you guys and us.
Yeah.
So
The Carolyn, Kenny, Gail, Todd, and Kira show.
that's right. And Eileen.
I don't think she's been
She's
here
not
today.
been on here today
But
yet.
she usually is here every day.
Yep. So
She's shopping.
She's going out to Black Friday.
She's getting those deals.
Deals. Entertainment. Yes, Gigi, thank you. I appreciate. That's very kind. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, it's like INFJ TV.
Yes,
You know,
right.
Yeah, entertainment for you. You know, because it's similar to your
To
type.
you. Yeah. Didn't know you were live yesterday. I know. We missed you. But we didn't know if we were going to come on or not.
We
So
didn't.
it's fine. So I think we're going to play around the StreamYard a little bit and see if we can do some fun stuff.
I like that idea.
Or we might make a PowerPoint because they just create a new functionality where you can upload a PowerPoint.
Oh,
Ooh. Well. See what we have here.
There's a lot I could do with that.
Yes. So,
Yeah, I'm getting excited about this MBTI stuff.
all right. Cool. So let's go ahead and hop off here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your holiday. Travel safely if you are out traveling. We are seeing you in beautiful lights of protection. We're seeing all of your pathways wherever you're going to be clear. And even if you're just going from your kitchen to your couch, let it be
a peaceful commute.
Oh, let it be a peaceful commute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any final things? It's good.
I feel full.
I feel full too.
And this is a great group, and
Mhm.
it's been a peaceful go general kind of talk. And we've had a lot of I mean I'm gonna get peaceful and feel fulfilled the more we talk about food. So I'm glad we did. I'm glad we touched on food, and all the joining that everybody experienced with whatever they did yesterday.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you're finding some fantastic deals today.
Yep.
Maybe on Amazon Prime,
Mhm.
or maybe if you're braving it out there, wear a mask.
Yeah.
Probably that's all over with. Like people usually do that,
Yeah.
really early in the morning kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. I think the whole dynamic has changed with online shopping.
Probably.
Maybe.
And then the pandemic and such. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's thinned out a little bit
I know.
out there, but whatever it is,
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy, be safe, and we love you. We're glad you're here. Thank you
Yes.
for participating. Thank you for your comments.
Yes.
Thank you for representing.
Woo-hoo!
I really appreciate that. And man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to move on to the next thing now.
Whoop, whoop,
I'm all
whoop,
primed
whoop,
up and excited, ready to go.
whoop, 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 whoop.
Have a wonderful day. You too.
You too.
You
And
too.
we'll see you on Sunday, Carolyn. So
Yeah.
we've got her link on for her
Her link.
Sunday fill up.
Yep. Fill up your love tank. Yep.
On Sunday with Carolyn. It's free, and go out there and we'll see you in her Zoom call if you
Yeah.
you come out and visit with us as
And the
well.
link for Carolyn's thing, if you're interested, it's in the comments
Yeah,
here.
it's in the comments. And I'll just see if I can pop it back up. And I can't. Here it is. There it is. It's got gobbledygook, but go ahead and
if you click it in the comments,
it'll show
Facebook
up
page.
And then you just click kind of the go here, and it'll take you right to the Zoom link. So very excited to spend that time with you, Carolyn, and everybody else who wants to join us. Join her. Here we got new comments. Woohoo! Love tank refill.
And then
Woo!
Represent.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we will be talking to you soon. Bye.